Hey, what's up guys? In this video we're gonna talk about self-confidence, which is pretty much the elixir of success. It's that boost, is that energy, is that fuel that fuels our well-being, that fuels our achievement, that fuels our ability to go forward in life. Self-confidence is the most sexy outfit that you can wear. So own it and go with it. In this video we're gonna share the two pillars that are necessary, in my opinion, to create long-lasting, healthy self-confidence. But it's also the two pillars that often are missing in people's life, or that are weak or crumbling in most people's life. And so we are seeking outside of us for things, people, or circumstances, or material objects that will feel that things and makes us feel good about ourselves. But those things are never long-lasting. So those two pillars will help you to not only understand what I believe is the foundation of a healthy, strong self-confidence in yourself, but also to give you a clue of how to get there. So, hope you're ready guys, because this is a very important topic. The pillar number one is to accept yourself as you are. Woo! Accept yourself as you are, pillar number one. It is hard to do. Most people will tell you, yeah, but I do accept myself, except this, except that, and that, and that, and that, and that. It is pretty interesting, isn't it, that we are always in a chase, or in this weird thing of like trying to fix ourselves, trying to make up for our flaws, trying to let go of negative things, trying to change our personality, trying to change ourselves in a certain way. And often enough, the reason is because we believe subconsciously that I'm not good enough, that there's something wrong with me, that I need to be better, or that I cannot show certain aspects of myself because they are negative, or because they're not good, or because they're seen as bad, or because people might judge me, or because I'm ashamed, or because of this. Or we hide certain parts of us. But you cannot hide for yourself. The more you don't accept yourself, the more you don't accept certain part of you, certain things, certain thoughts, certain mistakes you make, certain regrets you have, certain screw up you did, certain whatever, the more you're going to create that polarity between yourself that is going to, affect your confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth, because you'll always try to avoid showing those aspects of yourself to the world around you. But subconsciously, you'll see your shadow all around you, and it will trigger you over and over and over again, which will make you feel bad about yourself. And then the cycle continues, and there's nothing worse for our own self-confidence, for our own well-being, than being divided inside into good and bad. What's acceptable, what's not acceptable. It creates a fragmented self that's not whole. Right? I only like the good things about me, and everything about that's not good about me, or everything that I perceive, or everything I've been told that's not good or right or accepted or needed, I cast away. We need to stop doing this to ourselves. We need to stop fragmenting ourselves into different parts. And if we can accept ourselves, that we are imperfectly perfect the way we are, that we are multifaceted beings, that we're capable of the very best, but we're also capable of the very worst. And that we have that polarity between us, that we have that depth between us, and that it's okay. And then we can choose which part we want to express, how we want to show up, how we want to do. What's not, our best strength, what's, we need to work on. But this acceptance brings relief. Because you're no longer trying to hide, you're no longer trying to be who you're not. You're no longer trying to appear as something that you're not. So it brings peace between yourself. And that's why the first pillar is so important. It's so important that you accept yourself, that you accept all the way you've been here, and that you choose where you're going, and you can choose to go wherever you want, for sure. But it's so much easier if you do it from a place of, I go because I want to, not because something's wrong with me. And so that's the first pillar, guys. Accept yourself, because you cannot run away from who you are. And the more you resist something, the more it persists. So you might think that the more I avoid being angry, or showing my anger, or showing my emotion, the less emotion I have. But you're only accumulating that energy, and so sooner or later it's just gonna fucking blow up. Because energy is neither created nor destroyed, it's there somewhere. And it will come up. And they call this the shadow, and until you let your subconscious govern your life, you're gonna call life fate. And it's gonna continue to run your life. But if you can find the strength to embrace that, that part is also part of you. And to find something good in it, to embrace it, and to choose what you want to express, it becomes so much easier. It becomes so much easier. Drop the perfect game and look at yourself for who you really are. The pillar number 2, guys, is equally important. It's so, so, so important. And that is to stop looking for external validation. Stop looking for people to praise you, to like you, to love you, to tell you how good you are. Stop needing other people's approval. There's nothing more damaging to your confidence, to your self-esteem, to your self-image than being needy for other people to approve of you, for other people to tell you you're right, for other people to tell you you're making the right decision, for other people to telling you what you should do, how you should think, and for other people to depend on other people to feel good about yourself. How can you ever be confident if all your power is in other people's hands? Or if it's in, you're hiding again your flaws with makeup, with big watches, with big cars, with big things so that you can appear bigger than life. So that you can hide that insecurity that you have inside, so that other people can look at you and admire you, so that you can feel good about yourself. And again, guys, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not a long-lasting way, healthy way to bring that sense of certainty, because confidence is quiet. Confidence is exuded. You don't need to convince other people that you're confident, that you're good enough, that you're strong, that you are the person you are. Confidence exudes. But when other people are trying too hard to show the world how good they are, it's usually because they're so insecure inside. And that's when confidence turns into arrogance. So do yourself a favor, guys. Do yourself a favor and accept yourself. Pillar number 1. And second pillar, validate yourself. Give yourself praise. See the good that you bring. See the abilities that you have. Bring validation to yourself. Be your best supporter. Be your number 1 fan. Stand up for yourself. Clap for yourself. Cheer up for yourself. Make decision for yourself and take the choice that maybe it's not going to work, but I'm going to be okay even if it doesn't work. Or you can be starting on small things. But the more you do it, and the less you care about other people's opinion, the more immune you become, but the more you become at peace with yourself. Because you find that it doesn't matter what other people say. What matters is what I say about me. And if I can stop giving that power away to other people, and I can choose to actually love myself first, like myself, like my life. If I can start to choose myself in a different way, you're starting to bring that power back home. And there's nothing so empowering than when you bring that power back home and you're like, you know what, I like me. And it's none of my business what you think of me. There's an old African proverb that says, when there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. But most of us are our own worst inner critic. We beat ourselves, we feel guilty, we feel resentful, we just give yourself a break. Stop for a moment being so critical toward yourself and start praising yourself, start applauding yourself, start reminiscing all the good things you achieve in your life, how far you've come, how much you've done, how much is possible for you. And when you start to do that, you start to notice that, holy shit, that feels pretty good. Holy shit, I can do that. Holy shit, I don't need other people. And if other people choose to see you in this nice way and praise you, and all the best, all the better, but I don't need it. I like it, but I don't need it. There's a big difference there. Nobody likes needy people. We don't even like needy people. But confidence is when you exude that sense of confidence, instead that sense of well-being, that sense of I'm okay with myself. Pillar number 1, accept yourself. Pillar number 2, stop looking for external validation and start giving it to yourself in whichever way you feel is the most beneficial, the best way for you. That's when you can really bring this power back home. But so many of us are looking for the right person, the right lover that can love us all the time unconditionally, no matter fucking what. And when they don't, boom, we go to the next person. Fucking insane. There's nobody's responsibility to make you happy all the time or to make you feel good about yourself all the time. And if you cannot do that for yourself, how is anybody ever gonna fill that gap in your life? If you're still looking for a person to love you unconditionally, all the while you're not doing that for yourself, it's time to wake the fuck up of your delusion, because nobody's gonna do that. Nobody can do that. It's your own personal responsibility. And in this channel, that's what I try to invite you to always do, to take responsibility for yourself. And if you lack confidence, take responsibility for that. And look at those 2 pillars. Are you accepting yourself the way you are? Are you bringing compassion to yourself? Are you finding the good in yourself? And are you depending on other people to feel good about yourself, to feel good, to feel acclaimed, to feel important and all of this? And if you are, that's okay. Notice where you are and then choose what you want to do instead. Start making those changes in your attitude towards yourself. And I guarantee you then that's when you start to take ownership and sovereignty of your confidence. And it's long lasting, but it needs repetition. It needs to become a habit. It needs to become a lifestyle. It needs to become your self-image. Because when you change your self-image, guys, everything changes. So that's it, guys. Those are the 2 pillars of self-confidence. I hope it's helpful, because it really, really changed everything when you can nurture and exude that natural sense of confidence. Like this video, comment, share, please. Follow if you want to see more videos. Let me know in a comment what you think. I love you all. See you in my next video.